Hello and welcome to the Education on Fire podcast. The place where we share creative and inspiring learning in our schools. Season 2, Episode 14. Hello and welcome back to the Education on Fire podcast with me, Mark Taylor. If you were listening on Monday, you would have heard me talking to the UK Managing Director of Apps for Good, Heather Pickle. And you would have also heard me saying that I was going to be meeting her and going to the app launch. And so today's episode is the interviews I had with the students that built the apps that got through the competition into the finals and have actually had their apps now developed professionally and are now on Google Play. So I just had a chance to celebrate with them their amazing journey and all the support they'd had from Apps for Good and all the mentoring they'd had and the support from their teachers, to the point where it was actually there for them to show me the apps online and actually talk me through what it was and some of their processes. You'll hear the enthusiasm and the excitement of the whole event was really amazing, and then it was in a crowded room in central London, in London Bridge, and it was such an amazing event. There were teachers there were students there were some of the support people and the people that helped finance this great organisation, and also got a chance to get a real sort of insight about what Apps for Good was, and there was a fantastic conversation from the fellows, which I'll talk more about on Friday, but just about how much this is really a family. It's about, once you get involved in Apps for Good, you sort of get taken into the umbrella and the fold of what's on offer. It's not just about them building the apps, it's about the opportunities you get, the people you get the chance to meet, the kind of skills you get in terms of talking to big organisations, and it's a really, really incredible experience for everyone there. So I hope you enjoy this. There's 6 individual apps of people that I went round and chatted to, and it was a crowded room, so there's a little bit of background noise, but I think you can hear it as clear as can be. And please go to the website, educationonfire.com, and find the episode there, and you'll see links to all of the apps and all the background of each of those people that you heard, so that'll be fantastic. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks very much for listening, and you can catch me again and then on Friday when I'll be doing a roundup, speaking to one of the teachers that's been involved in being part of the Apps for Good project, and speaking to some of the fellows who've been involved for the last few years. So I hope you really enjoy some of the really creative and inspiring apps that have been created. And also, thank you if you're listening and you're one of the people I spoke to. Congratulations on some fantastic apps, and it was really lovely to speak to you and share the time together there in London. Wish you the very best with continued success, and hopefully everyone listening can go to Google Play, search for their individual apps and download it and spread the word and help support these children in their journey even more. Hi, my name's Mark. What's your name and what's the name of your app?
My name's Sam Selby, and we're the creators of Eliza Basket.
Fabulous. And how did you come up with Eliza Basket?
We came up because one of our team members is allergic to an ingredient in a food.
Okay.
So we based it on that idea and expanded.
Fantastic. And so what does it cover, and how do you use the app?
Use the app by scanning the barcode on a product, and it will tell you if it's you can eat it or not.
Okay, and what sort of allergies does it cover?
It covers like ingredients in food, so like E2O2, wheat, nuts, and so other stuff ingredients. Fabulous.
And so, how long did it take you to come up with the design of the app, and how easy was it to put the whole idea together?
To put the idea together took a while. We did a training course for 6 months.
Oh, wow.
We had to make the app in that 6 months.
Okay, and how did you go about making the app? For those people who are listening who've never made an app before, how did you go about that?
Don't give up.
Right.
Because when we built the app, we saw the people we were up against, A graders 17, 16, and we were only 10 at the time. So we did start to think we weren't going to make it. But then at the end, when they called our name, we were very surprised that we won.
Brilliant.
So don't give up.
And so do you sort of just start with your idea, and then you have to work through how the app's going to look and how it's going to be built and that sort of thing?
Yeah. So we had to like focus on our logo and how it would work. So, see, we would have to show them how it worked and some images on the barcode and the images, so then it will show.
Great. And so is it now able to be downloaded?
It's on the App Store.
Fabulous. And how many downloads have you had? Do you know?
We've had about 80.
Fantastic. So
80
people are making the
downloads.
most of it already. Absolutely brilliant. And how many were in your team? Was it a whole year class?
No, four of us.
Just 4 of you that came up with it. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for chatting to me. And it's called Allergy Basket. So if we look for that on the App Store, we'll be able to find it if we just do Allergy Basket.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, hello.
Hi.
I see that your app is called Changes. Could you tell me what Changes is about?
Well, it's an app that helps girls going through puberty if they're too scared to ask their parents or guardians. And we thought this was a good idea because all girls go through puberty, and so all girls can use this app.
Fantastic. And what's your name and what school are you from?
I'm Mia, and I was in Coleridge Primary School, but now I went to Fortismith
Okay.
Secondary School.
So when did the project start? When did you first start actually doing it?
We started doing it at the beginning of year 6, probably, so that's around... just around the start of 2015, that sort of time, the end of 2015. Sorry, we started working on it. We knew we were going to do this product, but we didn't think we'd get very far in it. We were kind of just doing it as a little school thing that we were going to do and see who would get maybe to the finals or something like that. And so what we did was we were just brainstorming ideas that we could use in our app, and one of the girls in our group came up with the idea of helping people through puberty. We thought this was a really amazing idea, and so we all voted on it and we agreed for this idea. And then the teachers all thought it was a really good idea, so they worked really hard on our app just so we could probably get to the finals. And we got to the finals and we were so amazed, and it was the most amazing experience.
Great. And how did you find putting the whole app together once you had the idea of what you wanted to produce? What sort of process did you have to work through to actually get it to a development stage?
Well, to start with, what we did was we made a video explaining about our app, so just to send it into the final to see who was going to get picked for the final. And we sent it to them, and we were picked, which was amazing. And when we were picked, then we started working on the things that they'd asked us to work for to get our app ready, so we could make our pitch for the final thing. And so we made mood boards and things so we could design our app and make it look good for the presentation.
Absolutely. So you needed a logo and all of that sort of thing to kind of make it all go through. And how many were in your group that were working on it?
So we've got 5 in our group, and 5's quite a big number. It's quite large, and so we'd obviously have some fights about what we wanted and things like that. But we always worked it out, and then after, I think our app's amazing, and I really like it.
Brilliant. And did you find that sort of you all had different skills that you were able to bring to the project?
We all did different bits of it, and we worked on different parts. So one of us would maybe do the mood board, and one of us would make a prototype and things like that. One of us would be practicing their speech, and we'd all do different bits of it to make the whole presentation.
Great. And do you know how many people have downloaded it so far?
I think it's 100 to 500 at the moment.
Fantastic.
But at the moment, my friends are downloading it and things like that from school.
Brilliant. And they're enjoying it. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, so if they go onto the App Store and put in Changes, will it just pop straight up from there?
Yes, it's on Google Play Store, not the App Store.
On the Google Play Store,
yeah,
brilliant.
It's on the Google Play Store. It won't be at the top, but because it's just a new app, but it will be probably down the middle, near the bottom, maybe.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations. It's
Thank
a great
you.
idea
Thank you.
brilliantly put together, and I wish you all the best with it.
Thank you.
So, hello. I am now outside the app for Lilies.
Okay, so I'm Izzy, and
Hi,
I'm
Izzy.
a representative of Lilies. We're from Stratford Girls Grammar School, and we're all a group of 14 and 15-year-olds who have created Lilies, which is a grief support app for 13 to 16-year-olds. So basically, we offer an online community for children of 13 to 16 who might be feeling isolated or vulnerable due to the loss of a loved one. On our app, you can share memories of a loved one, gain hugs and access tips and support for grief, as well as being able to go on to an online forum, which is moderated by the charity Sue Ryder, who have been a massive help to us. So our users can talk to other users of our app who are going through the same thing. So essentially we wanted to create somewhere where teenagers could go and find all the support that they need in one place, rather than having to maybe talk to someone about if they don't want to, or having to dig around for support or make a call to somebody, an adult perhaps, which can be quite confronting and daunting for people of our age.
I think that's a great idea. And how did you come up with it? What was the idea?
Well, originally we wanted to create an app around mental health, but we looked into that, and it's quite like a broad thing at the moment, and there's quite a lot of publicity about it in the media and quite a lot of things of the NHS surrounding it at the minute. But when we looked into bereavement, because that kind of linked in with things like depression and teenage anxiety and things like that, we found that there was next to nothing on it. There's only one other app which kind of tells you stories of other people, and obviously grief is quite a different thing for everyone, and we didn't think it was fair for other children to have to see other people's stories and have to be like, well, I have to cope with it in that way, because everyone has their own individual ways. And obviously charities online and stuff, there's only so much they can do. They can offer helplines and things, but people might not always want to do that. So we thought creating something where it's all in one place and it's all accessible and all easy and can always be there would be really helpful.
I think that's great, and I think the online forum thing, and I think the ability to be able to nip in and just see what you might want to see and see if you'd like to go further with that, I think is a really good idea.
Thank you.
And I volunteer at a hospice, this is something which I deal with quite a lot and have to help people with quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I think actually is a modern way of helping people out, especially young people. But I think for anybody it would be an absolutely fantastic idea.
Yeah.
So congratulations,
Thank
and I wish you
you.
the very best with it.
Thank you.
So, hello, I'm here now with the Fear for Nothing app. Nice to meet you.
Yes, hi, I'm Anne Wynne, and I'm from the WJ Star group who have created the Fear Nothing app. We are from Westfields Junior School.
Fantastic. And what's your app all about?
Oh, our app, it's to help people conquer their fear of spiders.
Brilliant. And how did you come up with that idea? Was it one of you in your team that was afraid of one?
Yes, well, I think about 4 of us or 3 were afraid of spiders for free. So yes, we were pretty much afraid. So 3 of us at least were afraid of spiders. So yes, we decided to make the app. So originally we actually started off with 6 animals: sharks, spiders, dogs, birds, and wait, is that? Actually, no, 5 animals, and it was wasps, I think. Yes.
Fantastic. And so, how does the app work? How does it help you get over your fear?
Well, it helps you by going through a step-by-step process, which we hope will end up with people getting to stage 9, which is where it's the last stage, where hopefully you'll finally be getting over your phobia.
Okay, so can you take me through the steps? What are the different steps that you have to go through to get to your final step?
There's stage 1, which is facts and a quiz, like some facts about spiders that probably hardly anyone really knew. So yes, so you'd start off reading the facts. So you'd have this whole page of facts about spiders. And then you'd go on to the quiz, where you have live. So, like, for instance, if I got a question wrong, it would highlight the right answer, take away a life, and go on to the next question. And if I got an answer right, then it wouldn't take a life, and then the answer that I clicked would actually be the one highlighted, and yes, I go on to the next question. And then we also have stage 2, which is just 5 simple sketches that you have to look for amount of time, which should help when looking at these should hopefully help your brain learn that they aren't threats, that they're completely safe. And that's what stage 2 is. And then there's stage 3 with a simple sketch of a spider. When you tap it, it will change color every time. And there are a majority of colors, like quite a lot. So, yes. Then there's stage 4. It's a bit like stage 2, but this time you'll be looking at real pictures of spiders that all 5 of us have taken from our houses around school. So yes.
So you're sort of getting more realistic as the stages go
Yes.
along, yeah?
So, then there's stage 5. This is where it's definitely actually getting realistic because you have like a realistic spider on your screen, which by swiping you can make it like you can spin it in different directions. Which also is a bit like stage 6, but in stage 6, its legs will be moving too. And then there's stage 7, a bit like stage 5 and 6 with the realistic spider moving legs, but instead of spinning it around, you'll be stroking it. So yes, you'll be stroking it, and that's also another thing that will
So
help.
you've almost got like a virtual pet by the time you get to stage 7.
And then there's stage 8, which with a virtual reality card, augmented reality card, you will be able to see it. It'll like appear on your card, so you'll see it there on the card, holding it in your hand, on a table, wherever you place the card down. But the black FN symbol has to be facing towards it, otherwise it's not gonna work.
Okay.
And then there's stage 9. It's like stage 8 with augmented reality, but this time it'll be like you're holding it like it's a selfie, and yes, the spider will appear on your face.
Oh, I see, right. That's fantastic. Well, congratulations. And where can people download it from? Is it on the Google Play or is it on the App Store?
It's on the Google Play for Android, I think.
Fantastic. Brilliant. Well, congratulations, and I hope you have a lot of success with it.
Good.
So I'm now at Deploy. Nice to meet you. What's your name? What's your school? And what's the app all about?
So my name is Azim Ali, and I'm from Denby High School in Luton, and my app is Deploy.
Fabulous. And what's the app all about, and how does it work?
So our app, we want to boost confidence in disabled people for when they go for a job, when they go for an interview. And we're trying to do that by getting a job interview simulator so they can answer real, genuine questions in an interview. And yeah, they can overall boost their confidence.
Great. So it really is a way to be able to sort of have a go, a trial run almost, then actually have that chance to get a bit more confidence and a bit more security about what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Great. And how does that work within the app itself?
So they would record their answers after watching a quick question. There'll be audio to record, and then they can watch it back after to see if they like it. And then if they're not entirely satisfied, they can actually go and see job tips and how to improve in confidence and get rid of nerves.
Oh, great. So you've actually got questions and various things which they could do as if it was an actual interview, and then you can hear it back and see it back and all that sort of thing. That's a fantastic idea. And why that particular thing? Why was that your inspiration?
Well, one of our teammates, Oman, so he actually has a cousin, and he feels like he might feel prejudiced when going for a job, as the employer might not really understand his disability and might think that he's not fit for the job when really he could be.
I see, and lots of these great ideas always come from that sort of personal experience and really wanting to help people that you know, which is absolutely brilliant. So as well as the questions and answers and that kind of thing that you've talked about, what else does the app do and how does it develop?
So there's actually a job search too called Even Break. It's a non-profit jobs board, and they're non-profits, so that they're actually able to do it for free, and it's actually run by disabled people, so they know what to do, and they've actually tested the app for us and given us feedback, and then we've modified the app. So it was a great pleasure, and we appreciate it, because without them we wouldn't be able to do this, because we've got so much information from them.
Yeah, it seems to me from all the apps that I've seen today that there's so much cooperation and so much support, both within Apps for Good but also people around in the actual sphere that your app's in, which just seems to be really, really helpful.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, thanks very much for talking to me.
Thank you very much.
And I wish you all the best for it. Is it on the App Store? Is it on Google Play?
Google
Play. Fantastic. And just to say again, it's called Deploy, which is Diploy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great. So I'm here again talking about Deploy. What's your name?
Marcus?
So very nice to meet you. So tell me a little bit about how the app gets put together and how you come from the point of knowing what your app's about and then how it actually works and actually putting the whole thing together to become a real thing.
So firstly, we have lessons where the teachers teach us how to make the app, the layouts, and then after we submit an entry, which then goes to App So Good, and they choose like about 6 or 12 groups that tell us about the app, and then we have to like present it to people, and then they choose like about 6 apps, and then they get proper developed onto the Play Store.
Great. So when you get to the stage where you know it's going to be developed, which must be incredibly exciting.
Yeah.
How do you then go about knowing how to do that? How do you know what's going to be on what screen in the flow of the app, and how do you go about deciding how that's going to work?
So the app developers, they tell us how the app will look like. We tell them how our app looks like, and they tell us feedback about our app.
Okay, so do you have to tell them how you want it to flow through, so
Yeah.
this screen goes to here and this screen goes to there and all that kind of thing? Great, and you come up with the logo and all of that sort of stuff that you have to do. And you said it took about 6 months from sort of start to finish. That's quite a long time. And so how many are in your team and how is it working together in the team?
It's 4 teams, and it's very good.
And did you find that you've all got slightly different skills which helped bring the project together?
Yeah, we have like marketing skills, business skills.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations. It's a great app. And I look forward to hoping it being a complete success for you.
Thank you very much.
So I am now here with Sina, whose app is Donate It, and he's from Connell Sixth Form College. So tell me a little bit about the app and how it all works and how you came up with the idea.
So basically this application, as the name applies, Donate It, it helps donation to be much easier, for you and the charity as well. Basically, Donate It allows you to donate your items fully when you're sitting at your home and you're just taking your mobile phone in your hands, and you just go into the application, you take a picture of the item, you upload it on the application, and then a charity for example, British Heart Foundation gonna come and basically collect your item. They're gonna contact you, say, are you okay on Friday, for example? We're gonna come and pick your item up on Friday, and then they're gonna come and pick your item up.
Great. So how does it work with all those different charities? Have you had to contact them and organise it and be part of all of that, or is
No, not really. Basically, what happens in here, you take a picture, you upload it on the application. So many charities can see your, basically, I'm gonna say advertisement, okay, or your product, okay. Then they will choose, which one of these things they want. Okay, they want your products, for example, your table, okay. So, for example, British Heart Foundation chose your table, or Cancer Research chose your chest of drawer, So they're going to come to your house and then take it.
I see. And so the great thing about that is the fact that people have actually seen the picture before they've even done it. So
yes,
they know
right.
if it's broken or if the quality's
good
and that sort of thing. So they're not wasting their time, which of course
exactly.
is really valuable from a charity
Yes,
point of
basically.
view.
Yeah, that's right. Before, if you wanted to basically donate something, you have to go to the charity shop. They might take it, they might not. So, you're basically wasting your time, you're wasting your fuel. But right now, from your house, from your mobile phone and smartphone, you can just do the same thing without even going outside.
I think it's like all great apps. It's simple, it's effective.
Yeah, it is really simple.
It does a job that you really need it to do.
Yeah, it does.
And how did you find the whole process of the flow and actually developing it once you got to the point of knowing it was going to become real?
Developing was really kind of easy for me, as I'm a programmer as well. So, we've worked with Rule of Fun. Okay, me and my friend, basically, we worked with them. We pitched the idea and we were talking to them over Skype, over 2 days a week. And we got it done after 4th month or 5th month, if I'm not wrong. And then it's already done and it works, like a champ, basically.
Yeah, fantastic. And so how many were in your team in total?
2.
Just the 2 of you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So with just the 2 of you had a less group of skills, I guess, than some of the people here have got sort of 5 or 6 in their team.
Yeah.
So does that work better or worse? Or how
basically, I can say I'm quite selfish. I like, small groups. I like to take things to my hands, and so I know what I'm doing basically, and I can, explain it to my group mates what you have to do basically, because obviously I created the website for this application not under Apps for Good, it's just solely by me, developed donatedApp.com, and I did it in 4 weeks, and it was hard, but well, I'm a programmer. That's what I have to do. I'm a developer basically. It was quite enjoyable as well. The process was really enjoyable for me to basically develop this application and the website.
That's really, really great. And so it's obviously live now. So
yeah, it's live. Yeah.
What kind of life does it have from here on in? Is this the project done and now you move on to something else, or is it you're going to develop it even further?
I'm quite passionate about this one. Okay, I'm gonna take this to some great level. Okay, and when I see it's basically creating enough profit for the charities, not me. Okay, this is not for my profit. This is just for the charities. I'm gonna move on to the next application and next ideas. We're not gonna stop here. We're gonna go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I love your passion
so
and everything that's
Yeah.
going on.
Thank you.
And great luck with it. Thank you for listening to the Education on Fire podcast. For more information, please go to educationonfire.com.